The Women's World Cup, hosted by Canada, will be the 5th different nation to host the Women's World Cup.
We should expect a show. Canada's been getting ready for this for a long time. So the fact that they have their fans around them on home soil, I think makes them very dangerous.
Oh, it was amazing. At times it almost felt like it was a bit draining because don't get me wrong, being in your home country is like the greatest thing ever, but it's just adrenaline non-stop, and having that home crowd behind you, it was an unbelievable feeling. It's once in a lifetime. I'll never get to experience that again, so it was pretty cool.
Kerr and Ford on the left are giving the USA some problems.
Well, and they're interchanging. I've seen Sam Kerr go into left back and Caitlin Ford go left winger and vice versa, which is very difficult to defend.
Last World Cup I didn't really get to play with Kate much, so to play with her quite a bit this World Cup was a lot of fun, and yeah, it was good playing in front of her. I mean, because when you have someone as quick as her behind when I have someone as quick as her behind me, you feel a little bit safer attacking and maybe not tracking back as much.
As you said, we've been playing together for a long time, and this was actually our second World Cup together, so it was pretty cool to be there with someone that you've played with for such a long time. So yeah, I guess it does make it that little bit extra special, just knowing the journey that we've been along to get there.
Lloyd with Morgan streaking, she's chipping the goalkeeper! Off the post and in! Hat trick for Lloyd! That's it! Game over, the drought is over, the US wins the 2015 Women's World Cup.
We finally won a World Cup. It's been a while, 16 years, but the game was incredible because we scored early. You always say that in the locker room when you're going out, hey, let's get one early. It happened, and just progressively got better and better. When Abby and I just looked at each other at one point on the bench, was like, are we dreaming? Is this like reality? Is this happening? You know, but we just didn't want to get too ahead of ourselves. Went in the locker room, calmed things down, and just kind of went after it. It was definitely a good time for us.
The oldest player to ever play in a Women's World Cup. So she can be on the field, just like Abby Wambach, to close this game out.
Oh, it's such an honor, you know, to represent your country and then be captain, or one of the captains, and be able to hoist the trophy after winning a World Cup. True honor. It was special, you know, something I'll never forget. And the fact that, you know, I didn't play that many minutes in this tournament, and the team still chose the fact that I was going to lift the trophy, and I didn't want to do it by myself. You know, Abby and I need to do it together because we are a pair. You know, we're a team within the team, of the quiet one behind the scenes with me, and Abby, you know, being the loud, outspoken one and getting the team going. So, you know, it was definitely a moment that I'll never forget.
Oh, it's amazing. I mean, people ask me that all the time, and you can't even put it into words. Like, Sinky is unbelievable, and you know, I play beside her every day, and it's amazing to be able to play with my childhood idol every single day. So it's a dream come true. I mean, I think I developed a lot. You know, you're playing with and against the best players in the world, and the level doesn't get any better than that. So it definitely pushes you physically and mentally, emotionally, everything. So I think for myself, I got stronger as a player and as a person emotionally, and just building my resilience, I guess.
Yeah, I think from the first World Cup that we went to into this one, we went into this one obviously a bit more experienced and knowing what to expect. So yeah, I think coming out of it, the level that we played and how we played with the girls, high tempo football, we could only move forward from that.
Stop saying
I don't know. It's
going to make you play rugby.
Yeah, obviously, of course.
No, I think just with age you get experience. You know, we've done a whole nother round of preparation, and we've played overseas. In America it's a totally different game, so it just opens your eyes to different things. And I know we're only still 21, but I would say we're one of the more experienced players in our national team, and I think that kind of showed at this World Cup when things got bad or when things were not going as well as we hoped. And for instance, the first game in the US, I remember looking at some players and they'd maybe turn their heads down, and I just thought to myself, like, I can be a level of maybe confidence in players that we can still get back in this. So even though we're young players, I think, well, Caitlin's played nearly every minute for the last 4 years for our national team other than her injuries, so she's yeah, she's a grandma, she's almost retiring.
The good thing about playing to your 40 is my kids were a little bit older and Riley's 9 and definitely embraced it and understood what was going on. And Reese finally got it. You know, when she came to celebrate on the field and she was like rolling in the gold confetti, she just looked at me and she's like, Mom, I actually get it now, like you won that trophy. You know, and she probably doesn't understand the like essence of it of like, oh, the World Cup, you know, and she's always about the medal from the Olympics, so this definitely was different. She totally understood we wanted, you know, a trophy and, you know, instead of a medal per se. So, you know, she's definitely still talking about it now, so it's pretty neat.
Final reads 1-0 Australia through to the quarterfinals.
I think me personally was when we beat Brazil. I don't know, have we ever beat them before? Was that the first?
We've beaten them, but it was our first first like playoff game that we've ever won.
So to beat them, to get that goal kind of late in the game was kind of a relief, because if we had to go to extra time, it would have been pretty tough.
Yeah, I don't think we would have made it if we had to go extra time. My favourite moment is, yeah, obviously beating Brazil. It's massive. We went through to the semis and it was our first ever. We made history, which is always nice to be a part of. But for me personally, it was just like being there. I had major knee surgery 6 months before, so just when I stepped onto the field against the US, just didn't seem real. Like I had so much doubt that I wouldn't be there, so just being there was like amazing for me.
I would say winning that round of 16 game against the Swiss, and definitely the opening match was a really cool feeling. I had the opportunity to start that game and just to walk out in Edmonton in front of a huge packed stadium. It was blazing heat, which wasn't the best, but it was an amazing experience. And I mean, I remember walking out in Germany in the last World Cup for the opening match against Germany, which was unbelievable. But this topped it just because we were at home. So yeah, it was pretty cool. And then Sinky got that late PK goal, and so that was a start for us in the tournament, and it was a great feeling.
I think just, you know, being in a different role and embracing that role and still being able to help my teammates along the way, and then to be able to be on the field when that final whistle blew was truly an honor. And then just to celebrate it with my teammates and especially my girls, you know, being able to run around and have them embrace it and just enjoy and celebrate, you know, being my last World Cup.
Our win against Brazil, it brought a lot of tension back home, and a lot of people got behind us after that game, and unfortunately we lost the one after that, but it really showed how much Australia got behind us, and you can see how much it's growing back home, so it's really cool to see.
I think personally, just people started to realise that we're not just, you know, people that play football. We're really good footballers, and we played a type of style that people wanted to watch, and they want to support a winning team. And we won games. We played a great style of football and a really exciting style of football. So not only were the wins drawing people in, but they were watching and being quite surprised that we could actually play football, which was good.
I think for us, like coming out of the last Olympic Games, it was huge for our country and for young girls. Just being inspired and being motivated to just continue to be competitive in soccer. And this World Cup, it was in the public eye, leading up to it, everything we did, and they were just on the journey with us. And although we didn't finish where we wanted to, you can just feel how inspired people were. There's just, you know, phone calls, emails, we just get it from everyone across the country, and it's an awesome feeling to know that you can have that influence on young girls. So.
I think, you know, we inspired a nation, obviously coming home and that warm welcome when we got home from the West Coast to the East Coast. You know, just hope that, you know, sign-ups will be, you know, peaking, you know, in the fall for the youth, and just everybody just seeing what we did and the passion and energy we put behind it, and kind of keep that momentum going into youth soccer, and hopefully, you know, soccer will be around. Hopefully this professional league will be continuing to spike and have, you know, large crowds of the game, so that, you know, you can see women's soccer in the future.